Muthoni here. I hope you are doing well. I hope your week has been great. I hope you're enjoying your Friday. My hope is that this video actually gets to you on Friday. I hope. I'm about to get started on a new DIY for this week. So last week we made the tufted bed. If you haven't watched that video, please go watch it. It's important to promote that as well because I did that. But so we made a headboard last week, and some of the things that I bought, the materials that I bought for the headboard are materials that they were too much or a lot for just one project, but they were things that, okay, other than like the fabric itself, like with the plywood, there was no way I was going to be able to buy just one piece, like just the piece that I needed for the thing. I had to buy a full sheet of plywood. So now I have leftover plywood. Let me just show you. Can you see we have this piece? It's very bright because I'm next to the door, but you can see this one. So these are the two pieces that were left over. Then when I was buying fabric, I went overboard because I didn't know how much I would need. I wasn't sure how much it was going to take because I've never done something like that before, so I wasn't certain. So it was overkill. I went overboard with it. I admit it. I am not afraid to admit that. But now I have leftover fabric and I want to use it for something else. So I've wanted, oh, come I show you. It has been sitting here. It's been here since, because this is the one we did for when we were doing the office the other time. So it's been sitting here this entire time, but I'm like, this place is empty. I don't want to put like artwork. I just wanted to have a big mirror over here. So initially I thought we can do the same thing we did at the dining, but then like now just do a different shaped mirror over here. If you haven't watched that dining video, go watch it. But so the idea is to just have a nice looking mirror over here. So this mirror is too small for what I would want to achieve. I want something that is, let me find the words. I want something that is obnoxious, okay? I want a very obnoxious mirror up on that wall because everything in that bedroom so far has been obnoxious. So it would only make sense for the mirror to follow suit, right? So I want something fancy, something that just looks like, you know, luxurious, and something that will match the bed in a way where, like, I don't know, and then that wall will just stop looking naked, because I can put some artwork over there. But I'm obsessed with mirrors. Actually, no, I think I'm obsessed with myself and seeing my reflection on things now. I've been enjoying seeing my own reflection too much. So I'm going to use my jigsaw to cut my strips because I want very long, skinny strips. When I was trying to determine how I'm going to chop everything up, because I need to create a frame, and frames normally look like this. Oh shit, you can't see. It's too bright. Okay, just a sec. You look like you can go for something that feels like they lie on each other or lay on each other, or you can have, so I want the ones that I'll have like the corners will be angled, and then once we have those, then I'm going to use my staple gun to just attach the corners because we're using plywood. It's nothing heavy. So yeah, I don't want my book there. So I'm leaving an allowance that is 10 centimeters. So the allowance, because I'm making a tufted mirror, the tufted bit is like the frame. So I'm creating a frame, and then within the frame we put the mirror. So the tufting will be 10 centimeters. So my plan is to just measure strips of 10 centimeters. So the first ones will be 10, then the next ones will be 7, because I want a place where the mirror will sit on top of the inner bits, like the way a frame usually looks, where there's the bevel on the inside. So I'm going to create the illusion of a bevel. My length is 200 centimeters, so it's going to be 2 strips that are 200 centimeters by 10 centimeters, and then I'm going to do 2 strips that are 200 by 7, which are going now to create that beveled look. But my problem is I don't have a piece that is 200. Like this one is 176, 77. So I'll have to cut like that extra 23 centimeters and then just attach to this piece with my staple gun. My bows. This is what I meant when I said I want to leave this space so that now the mirror sits on this, because the mirror is 3 mm. This is this is also 3 mm, so it's going to be flat at the back once I place the mirror on top. And then now that I've said that, I need to yeah, it just hit me that I should figure out how I am going to seal the back once I place the mirror down. The mirror is here. They just brought it. Karanja just brought it with another guy. Look at it. Look at that. I told you this was going to be obnoxious. And that is just the mirror. That is just the mirror. Eh? Hatujaanza kuweka madoido. Oof! After seeing the mirror, and the fact that the mirror is wobbly, I have decided to have a reinforcement at the back, because this is going to be very, very light for that. So I had these 2 pieces of bao, and I have reinforced them with another kapis to hold it. So this is a very strong piece. This is going to go at the back, kati, like in the middle, the center of it, to hold the weight, because it's going to be leaning off the wall. And then for the bottom and the top, I'm going to add this. It's a 2 by 0.5. This, I had it ukonje. I didn't want something too big, but this is going to add a bit of weight to this. So this is going to be the top and the bottom. This needed to be elongated because I needed to be 200, and the pieces that I have were not that size. I cut 2 small pieces and just multiply them. So I cut these small ones. My plan is to attach them to this. So I'm going to attach, for one, I'm going to attach on this end and the other one on the other end. That way, like, they're not like weak on one side, if that makes any sense. I'm going to use my trusty staple gun. Oh shit. And then I'm going to use a hammer at the back. I thought I carried the hammer. I'm going to do it from both sides. Okay. I feel like I should do it like from here. Yes. And then I'll flip it over and just do the same. This bow for extra strength. This is about strength, just to make sure that the mirror is supported visually. So I'm going to attach this using some screws. Where's the screw thing? So I'm using some 1/2 inch screws, and then make sure you do a pilot hole. Else that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna break, especially if you have dry bow. It splits. But I don't have time to do pilot holes. I'm trying to just the other option is to be very slow and deliberate with it. I wasn't with the first one, so 1/2 inch screws. That's good. I'll do the same on this side, and then I'll repeat the process with the top side. So, I have to loosen this up a bit. It's not straight. It's not straight on that side. I'll just loosen up the screws. Okay. Can it move now? Yes. Okay. Now it's moving. So let's hold. I'm putting this on top of it. Even this side. Aki Muthoni. Okay. So those screws are loose. Loose enough for this to move. Yes. So again. So we have that like this. Like what? Like that. And that like that. I'm going to hold them down with this. And then same on this side. So this is just to hold it in place. Hold this bow there. And then I'll come in with the screws. Let me just, I think I put some glue over here. Okay, good thing you can clean it out with water. Let me just push this back. So, ow! Ow, that thing fell on me. Ow! Okay, so back to explanation again. I'm using a 1/2 inch screw on the inside. So, 1/2 inch, just push that in. Slow and steady. And then another 1/2 inch on the outside. Because this part, you can tell there's like a lot of them holding on to each other. 1/2 inch, and then I'll take a 1 inch screw and do, so that's going to hold this to the other one. That's just like one part of the work done. We've created the frame. So this is our frame. Again. So I'm flipping it over like this so that we can start. We can pad it with this thingy long. I'm going to just do like, I won't, because I don't have a lot of glue. My glue is running low, so I'll just do like things like that I can stretch on all around. So I'm just doing like big blobs of glue, the centers and the edges of everything. Place this on the glue, just like this. Okay. Turns out my math wasn't correct because I measured the inside and forgot the outside. Yeah. We'll just add that pisuko. You bet. Hey.
Hey.
Welcome
so this
home.
is what you're doing?
Yes. So I've run out of this glue. I'm like literally doing that thing of last kicks is to tuft it, and I'm not working with a lot of space, just this part. I am going to do just like a zigzag pattern, so one here, one here, one here. So it's going to be like more of like just a zigzag pattern. And yeah, so I am going to, I don't think I want to be at all so specific with it. If it was larger, I would have done like a diamond pattern, but it's not that big. Good morning. It's the next day and this battery is dead. Why me? Take two. So it's the next day, and I didn't have that covering thing, so I went to check the place that I know sells foam, where I go to shop, because I was like, there's no way I'm going to Gikosh, and they were not open. I figured they're like, there's a time I went there at 10 and they weren't open, so I was like, if I give myself a bit of time. I got there at 10, they were still not open, so I went into the market and bought some veggies with the hopes of giving them time. Then they were open. They didn't have it, but they have this foam that I think is like 3 mm. So this one is going to work the same way, because it's just, the idea is to just make it feel seamless and just cover everything, you know, no lines, no nothing. So this is what I'm going to use. Alrighty, so I am going to seal using this on all the bits. Before I do that, I want to drill the places where we're going to have our buttons go through. So let me just get my drill and set up my extension cables. The smallest one I have is an 1/8. Okay, so I showed you how I marked them. So I'm going to drill one, skip one, drill one, skip one, drill one, skip one, drill. You get the drill. You get the drill. Okay, so I'm just going to do that here. I'm not going to use high voltage because it's something very small, so I'm going to just go in on the low end, because these things are not that thick anyway. So I'll start here, drill one. Now I'm going to attach this, the thingy that we just got, this very light foam. I want to pad it from in here, because this is where the mirror is going to sit on, and that way I don't have to staple it on the outside bit, if that makes sense. That way just curves over and then staple it back on this other side. This one needs to go this way. Yes, sorry. Right side up. I was not wrong there. So we're going to attach this the same way with our staples. So we're just going to staple it down. I've attached the fabric and the foam to all the sides. So the next thing is now to start attaching the buttons, and then we fold. So we will fold them, and then now the aspect of tufting is coming in at this point. So I'm using, so I have these buttons that were made, they're covered buttons that were made with the same fabric that we are using here. I can't find my nini since we moved. I don't know where my upholstery needle is, so I'm going to use, this is just a kawaida paper clip, and then I just unfolded it, and I have this nail. So with these ones, because they'll go over from like the side. I don't even know how I'm going to do this top part, but I'll figure that out. Where the scissors, so I'll take the scissors and I'll cut across. I folded the fabric over, so I cut this one. I feel now like I've cut too much. So wood that's going to be the brace, so that I can do the tufting, and then I'm going to cover that with that afterwards. So you can choose to pull and poke all the way through the fabric. Same fabric we're using, and then it has the string. So now I can use this. I want to start in the middle because I feel I'm going to use my legs to. Let's do this. I'm going to use my legs to keep it steady. So I know this, I can see there's a hole here. There's a hole over here. So this is one of the places this is going through. So I'll just hold that, pierce through that, and then, so now I know where that's going. Then I'll push that down, and I'm going to use this, so it's going to be like a hook. Okay, now I'll make sure that I follow that same hole. See? Then I'll take this, I'll hook this up, and then hook it and push it back through that same spot, the same hole, to go back down. Hook it from Ukuchini, and then now we have our button. Okay, you can see it from down here. I'm going to repeat with the others to make sure you see every aspect of it. So now that that's in there, I can pull as much as I want to make sure that I like the look of it. And then now it's time to start tying. So one of the things I like to do when I'm doing this kind of stuff is I use toothpicks. Or to make this easier, we can just staple this down. So for now, I don't know, let's just do this and then we'll pull and staple. You can pull and staple once we flip, when we're flipping them. Because now, I don't want to do one at a time. Let's do a couple, then pull and staple them to the bottom. So now I'm cutting all the excess fabric since I've done all the sides. So I'm going to use a different trick for the buttons, because the fact that I don't have the upholstery needle is making it really hard. So I'm going to flip this over, and then now let me show you what we are doing in terms of getting it tufted now, because hey, that other nini was a lot harder than, it was going to take too much time. Honestly, I do not have, that is something I don't have. From over here, I'm going to create the shape using the staple gun. So say here, press, and then let's do some, and then I'll cover this with the buttons. See? So just have them like that. Okay, maybe space them out a bit more. Like this. I'm using 2 staples. I'm doing 2, crisscrossing each other so that it gives it that illusion.
Yeah.
the mirror. My hope is that I'll be able to place it by myself. If I can't, I'll call our caretaker and ask him to come and assist. He was actually here a couple of minutes ago. I'm hoping he won't have gone far. I'll just have that there. Oh, I'm so worried about the mirror thing. I think we should do that in the bedroom, because here I feel like there's so much that can go wrong. And lots can go wrong. So let me carry this into the bedroom. Easy to mess things up at this point. So I have my mirror. I haven't removed any of the cardboard boxes, so I'm going to use them. Ow! It scratched me. I'll just put this back. Okay. Okay, so I feel like having this closer to it. Oh, that's why I was using screws, in case I need to move this bit of wood, or when I want to remove them, it's not going to be crazy. That's going to hold the back over here. So I want to make sure there's like a cardboard box holding it, to make sure that the weight of the bow doesn't push down on the mirror. Oh my god, it's still wobbly, but I feel like it's not gonna wobble as much. It's heavy. Oh my god, why is it so heavy? Okay. Okay. One bang, thank you, ma'am. That's not bad. Apart from up here where I can see, which all I had to do is push this kidogo, which I can still do. To make that happen, we'll need to also, it will need to move slightly on this end as well. By the way, like, very heavy. Oh wow. Okay. You die. Ah. Why? It's dancing, dancing. If I'm finished the mirror and it looks awesome. I love it. Like, it's huge and it looks nice. I did that. I made that. Oh, okay. I have so much to do. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for spending your time here and coming through. I'm like, I know I have 1,010,000 mirrors, but you know what? They look good. here. Thank you for supporting my work. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not yet and you like what you see. Do not forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, because that helps my channel, and leave a comment as well, because that also helps my channel. Leave a comment. I will see you later. I'll see you on Tuesday with a vlog. For now, let me go.